It's April 4th. I worked 40 hours this week. I'm gonna work 40 hours next week. Governor of Alabama has ordered a shelter in place. I have a document from my work saying that I'm essential. I'm not stressed, I'm just tired. It's been a lot. I had a customer today. His name was Scott, and he looked at me and he said, "Thank you for working." And there were a lot of customers who asked me genuinely, "How are you?" And I told them, and they cared, but Scott, took it to the next level, and, I'm certainly not a nurse or a doctor or a researcher on the front lines or anything like that, or even a church lady making masks. My manager's pastor's wife made a bunch of cloth masks, and so he brought them to work, and I have one that's really cute, and I will show you another vlog because I'm that tired. I went shopping at Walmart today, and it was super fun, and I might do a Walmart haul tomorrow afternoon if I have energy. We will see. I feel bad saying that than if I don't do it, so that kind of verbally just saying that I might kind of commits me to doing it. With you guys, I know you're really chill, so I don't do it. It's gonna be fine. But just don't you ever feel in real life, saying something, oh maybe, just saying that in front of somebody else, commits you to it. Oh. Commitment is one of the scariest things in the world, so, but it's good. It's also one of the most fruitful things in the world. So, tomorrow is Palm Sunday, and I have really mixed feelings about Easter with quarantine. Fun fact, Easter last year I actually spent by myself because I busted my butt that week to finish the coloring pages for Psalm 23. The first version of Psalm 23. And I literally pulled an all-nighter to get them done by Saturday morning for when we were going to load Easter baskets for the charity kids. So I did not go to church on Easter. No wait, maybe I went to church on Easter, but I didn't meet up with family. Yeah, I didn't meet up with family on Easter Saturday. But I did go to church. But as far as family gatherings, I spent Easter alone. I was totally okay with that, which is really weird because Easter is my favorite holiday. There's some really important milestones that have happened for me on April 1st. I had 3 really bad April Fool's days in a row. Not because anybody pranked me, just because they were just really sucky days. And then 10 years later, I had 3 really amazing April 1st in a row. And according to the Star of Bethlehem documentary, the date of Jesus' death is actually April 3rd. So that's really special. And there's also some personal milestones that happen on April 3rd that is private, but it's a really special time of the year for me. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm okay spending it alone. But I'm sort of sad that everyone else is having to spend it relatively alone. This whole COVID-19 thing is starting to really settle in, the reality of it. And it's starting to make you realize, okay, you go to the store and half the people are wearing masks, and some people are wearing masks under their chin, which looks ridiculous, but it happens, and I've done it myself if I need to show my face to someone so that we can relate more or whatever. But half the people are wearing masks, and I'm just oh my gosh, is this going to be our new normal? It's just weird. It's just weird. I mean, there's a lot of silver linings that are coming from this, But there's also a lot of heartache that you know is going on in the lives of people around you. And like, I think everyone is going to have a fundamentally different COVID experience. Like for me, COVID is feeling empathy, sympathy, empathy. I confuse the two. Feeling for the people around me, and also feeling for people who aren't working, who aren't financially stable, anything like that. And like, and I said this in my last podcast, but the people I'm really worried about are the ones where they're stuck with their abusive family members. Like, and so if that's you, I just want you to know that you are not forgotten. If you are stuck in the house with your abusive family member, I want you to know that you are not forgotten and that your COVID-19 experience matters. And just because it's not anything you can share with the world doesn't mean that it isn't important, and doesn't mean that you have to brush it under the rug. And maybe you're watching this video like a few years down the road or something like that, and you know, at that point you'll know better than future you will know better than present me what is actually going on and how it all kind of pans out and what the new normal becomes, who gets voted for president, all that interesting stuff. Gosh. Maybe you haven't thought about it in a while by the time you're watching this, but I just want you to know that if your COVID-19 experience was absolutely horrible, that matters. And it's okay. And it's okay to grieve. Like, there's a really, like, in general, throughout all of this, I've been very optimistic, which is a huge blessing. But at the same time, there's a very, very deep-seated grief. Yeah. For you guys. So, intentional rambling. So, a year ago I finished the Psalm 23 coloring pages. And then we went to print them. I realized how gray the paper was and how light my pencil strokes were, and I realized I need to completely redo these. And so I redid most of them in December of last year. But there's 2 illustrations that I've been procrastinating on, and I think I'm going to try to do them this week. And then I can release coloring pages on Easter Sunday. That would be ideal. And like, I know even with working 40 hours, I can do those 2 intimidating coloring pages, because the idea of it being Easter Sunday and not having something to give to my church family just doesn't sound right. There's a lot of mixed emotions in this, because like, I just have this gut feeling that these coloring pages are going to go viral, and that would be so amazing and so God. And up to this point, you know, life according to present me, I've never really had anything go viral. Like, I don't think any of my videos have passed 1,000 views. Well, I mean, I don't think any of my videos have passed 10,000 views. I know I have like 4,000 on my first YouTube video, the Flyleaf Dance Improv one. And I've got a few on the Be Free video. But like, I don't have anything like proper viral. Like, not like I know is gonna happen in the future. Like, part of me feels arrogant for having so much confidence in it, and part of me is just knowingly matter of fact. And so it's really weird for present me to talk about it matter-of-factly and not feel arrogant when it hasn't happened yet, and I'm just assuming it's going to happen. But at the same time, I know it's going to happen. And I finally feel more ready than ever to let it happen and not be afraid of it happening and not be afraid that I have to be Jesus to all these people because I can't and I'm not. And I have permission to put my thing on the internet knowing it's going to bless someone and then go home at night and shut the rest of the world out and just trust that God is going to be glorified and He is going to work in people's lives in ways that I will never ever understand until the other side. I feel like I repeat myself a lot. It's part of what makes me a good teacher, but really appreciate your patience with me in repeating myself. But actually, kind of funny thing at work that I do. So when somebody's waiting in line and the person in front of them is taking a while, or we've got like a long line and it just snuck up on me or something, I'll say to the line, like, thank you for your patience, we're working as efficiently as we can. And then as people come in individually, I'll say thank you for your patience, so they know, like, I know you were waiting, I saw you back there. And we've got really great customers, so they've been really patient. I'm thankful I don't work at like Walmart or the grocery store, because those people are tired and stressed. But every once in a while, we'll get like either a high maintenance customer or somebody who's kind of got a little bit of an attitude or a chip on their shoulder, or they're just kind of soaking up all the oxygen in the room. And sometimes I will say to them, thank you for your patience, in faith that I can like speak patience into them. So far I've been able to say it without being sarcastic. Oh, Jesus help me. It is what it is. So, and then people say, well, shouldn't you have more people working? And I'm like, yeah, they gave us more payroll hours. We have 5 people in the store running around. We're doing the very best that we can. And we need you to share like kindergartners are taught to. Clunks my hip. It's like, okay, that's my retail rant. Anyways, so I wasn't supposed to work 40 hours this week. I was only supposed to work 25, but 22, something like that. But yesterday morning I was off. I went to church and I watered the plants. I came home. I did more with my plants, and I around 1:30 I got a phone call from my store people saying, hey, can you work? And I saw the phone call and I called them back at 2. Yes, I can work. And so I was in there by like 2:30. And then I worked until 7. 6:45. And that morning with the plants just blessed me so much. And that was a gift. Even though, like, I don't have a big outdoor space by any means. I just have this, like, little concrete patio. So grateful for that. And then I said I could work today, and I worked a full 6 hours. And then after I worked, I went shopping, and I came home and ate food, and yeah. So yeah, I think that's all I have energy to talk about right now. God is good in the midst of this. It took a lot of self-control for me to only buy things that I actually needed at Walmart. And like, yes, I bought things, there were a lot of things I bought that I didn't actually need, but I'll show you in the Walmart haul tomorrow. If I make it that far, which I'm sure a good night's sleep will help. But it's really hard for me to have self-control at work, because it's like, oh, we got these cute shirts that are marked down to like $4, like. But I also know that. So this is really cool. So my father-in-law and my mom have. I lied. I have more energy. So my father-in-law and my mom have been super regular customers of my business, and like my mother-in-law and my adoptive church mom and like people have been supportive consistently. I'm super grateful for that. But out of the blue, my mom ordered like a 4-pack of stickers, and my father-in-law placed a second order of custom cards. So my mom's order was $5. My father-in-law's order was $100, and there was like a nice little profit margin there. And when that money came in, it was just enough for me to buy a set of white drawers to store my art supplies. And if it hadn't been for my father-in-law, and if it hadn't been for that like $5 sale from my mom, I wouldn't have had the money. And that was just such a blessing. Oh my gosh. So hopefully those will come April 22nd, because it was an Amazon purchase and it was low priority. So I'm gonna have to clear my art desk, fix my coloring pages, and then eventually I will organize my art desk and all that good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna make myself some herbal tea or decaf. I have decaf chai. I have Twinings decaf chai. Yes. Because I splurged at Winn-Dixie yesterday. Big time. But they were also on sale. So, yeah. Tea, coffee, and I got decaf iced tea. It was all on sale. Big time, so that was great. I'm gonna make myself some herbal tea and sit in bed and watch my YouTube friends talk about the chickens. My name is Meg. I love my Jesus. And I hope you're hanging in there. And I believe in living inside out. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. You know, I've only one time seen anyone do this in response to me. One time. And like, it's the L, and then it's the OK sign. But then it's on your eyes, so living inside out. It looks super funky. It looks like a masquerade mask. So, yeah. Present me has seen that one time, and I have this really weird feeling I'm going to see it way more than that. Which is just really surreal. I believe in living inside out. Now it's your turn. Go live it.